Hey everybody, I just wanted to make another video today regarding what's happening over in North Korea with China as well in the US. A lot of focus has been paid to the Middle East, but there's a whole bunch going on over in North Korea. A lot of stuff came out today that most of you probably don't know about, so I'm going to fill you in real quick. This article is from the Ghana Web News. China must prepare for war over North Korea. Chinese military advisor has warned China to be prepared for war in the Korean Peninsula, speaking on the deterioration of the security situation after North Korean leader Kim Jong-un's recent nuclear and satellite test. Major General Wang Huan said in an article on Tuesday that China must take strong countermeasures as it faced various threats. The threats Wang named, besides North Korea's test, include the United States' decision to send an aircraft carrier, strategic bombers, and nuclear submarine to South Korean and Japanese bases, and the deployment of an anti-ballistic missile system in South Korea. That's the Patriot missile system that was deployed there last week. But now they have a nuclear submarine, a nuclear aircraft carrier, and nuclear bombers that are heading over to South Korea right now as well. So it's a trifecta of nuclear armaments going on there. I'm going to play you a video that came out that I found from CCTV News. I'm not sure exactly who they are, but take a listen.
Nuclear-capable F-22 stealth fighters have flown over South Korea as Washington continues to ramp its military presence in the country. Talks over the deployment of the THAAD missile system are set to begin soon, while a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier is also being sent to the region. Shin Jiaming has more.
Another show of force against the DPRK. The United States has dispatched 4 nuclear-capable F-22 stealth fighters to South Korea. The jet is capable of escaping any radar detection. It can also carry nuclear missiles and bombs. The F-22 deployment comes in the wake of the DPRK's long-range rocket launch on February the 7th. This followed the 4th nuclear test by Pyongyang earlier in January, which prompted the U.S. military to send a long-range B-52 bomber over South Korea's airspace. The bomber is capable of carrying 35 conventional bombs and 12 cruise missiles. The U.S. has also recently dispatched a nuclear-powered submarine to the region. The USS North Carolina took part in joint drills with South Korea off the east coast of the country. And the USS John C. Stennis, a U.S. nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, has been sent to South Korea to take part in this year's joint annual war games in March and April. Meanwhile, 4,500 U.S. Marines based in the U.S. have left for South Korea to conduct landing drills on the east and west coast of the peninsula. This is the first time a U.S.-based Marine force has been dispatched to the country to take part in exercises. Seoul has commented on the military build-up, saying the U.S. is sending strategic assets as a warning signal against the DPRK. Some experts believe the U.S. is using the heightened tensions as an excuse to have a stronger presence in the Asia-Pacific region. Shin Jiaming, CCTV.
Some pretty impressive shots there, to say the least. So as you can see, there's a lot of tension ratcheting up over North Korea as well. You heard them say that's the first time they've ever sent Marines. They've done conducted drills in South Korea with the U.S. Army, but this is the first time they've actually sent actual Marines, 4,500 Marines, to do exercises and training over in South Korea. So that combined with all the hardware they just sent, the aircraft carrier, the submarine, and the fighter jets and the bomber, it's just it's a huge show of force right now, and this could easily piss off Kim Jong-un. You know how much of a hothead he is, to do something pretty drastic. And this also came out today that they're ready for a new nuclear test. Analyst warns, coming out of the Telegraph, could respond to the United Nations sanctions with a 5th atomic test. So they're getting ready to do that, it looks like. Obama is planning sanctions right now, basically. He plans to sign North Korea's sanctions bill. He's in the midst of doing that. This just came out like an hour ago. So we've got all this stuff happening at the same time, and like I said, Kim Jong-un is unpredictable, and he's just a whack job, as you all know. And with his satellite launch last week or 2 weeks ago, There's been talk from Ted Cruz and other pundits regarding possible satellite nuke um, that could EMP the United States and basically send us back to the Stone Age. And we have not hardened our grid whatsoever to protect us from that. And that could be just detrimental. There were articles that came out saying that if there was an EMP and it knocked out the power grid, 90% of Americans would be dead within a year due to starvation. So, and obviously a whole bunch of other things that would happen with an EMP. So, they've got, you can actually track the satellite. I'll put this in the description box, a link for it. This is the KMS-4 satellite that does basically flies over the United States about 10 times a day or so. I think it has like a 94-minute orbit or something like that. But it passed over at the end of the Super Bowl, and it passes over us quite a bit. And this thing could easily hold one of those nuke EMP satellites, nuclear tipped warheads, or whatever you want to call it. It's a miniaturized nuke, basically. And they could just be waiting to pull the trigger on that for all we know. So a lot going off. And then, of course, we've got Beijing, of course, yesterday came out saying they placed their missile launchers on the disputed South China Island Sea. So yeah, things are not looking good. In my opinion, I think there's going to be some sort of blowover. There's going to be a huge escalation in the Middle East, as well as with North Korea. Going to be fighting on both fronts, and I don't see this de-escalating or going backwards. As I like to say, sounds vulgar, but you don't put on a condom unless you're going to screw someone. So, and so there's all that going on, guys. I will keep you updated with more information as it comes in. And in the meantime, take care, and I will see you soon.